Volume check. Volume check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Tuesday night edition of Pointer Media. It's Van Buren Pointer Volleyball. Tonight's another non-conference matchup, second night in a row here at Claire Bates Arena that the Pointers take on a 6A West foe. This time it'll be the Southside Mavericks. Last night the Pointers got into a dogfight with Bentonville West. Came out and struggled in the first two sets, lost two straight, and then battled back, won the third and the fourth set to force a fifth and deciding set, and came up just a little bit short there, but all in all, really gritty battle from the Pointers last night. They could have laid down easily, especially after the way the first set went, and battled back and played hard and showed that they've got some serious resolve in them. That was one of the things I asked Coach Whitney Adams after the game, what she saw in her team that she liked last night, and she commented their grit and their fight and their ability to come back from that 2-0 deficit and make that thing go to 5. As we look to tonight, we look at a Southside program that under head coach Natalie Throneberry has been a fixture in the state semifinals and the playoffs. They've been the runner-up 2 times in her 6 years. 155, 41-4 as a head coach at Southside. So the tradition-rich program continues to be in good hands under Coach Throneberry. They come in having finished 29-6 last year, 15-1. 15-1 in that powerful 6A West Conference. They ended up losing to Bentonville in the semifinals last year. Asked Coach Adams what to expect from these Mavericks tonight, and she told me defense, defense, defense. She said they play outstanding defense, so the Pointers will have to figure out how to generate some offense tonight against a team that, by all accounts, is going to be ready to handle the pressure. Let's talk about the Van Buren side of things. Last night, a coming out party, if you will, for senior libero Jada Perryman. Noticed during the broadcast that her leadership on the floor was very vocal, very encouraging. We commented a number of times how when there was a break in the action, Jada was the first one encouraging her teammates and just keeping the energy level up. And then you get the stat sheet, and she did exactly what a libero is supposed to do. You had 18, let me find it on here, make sure I get it right. She had 18 digs last night. Her serve was on fire. Bentonville, you have to give them credit. There were a few times where Jada should have had an ace, and they somehow fought and kept the ball in play, but she ended up with no aces. But I'm telling you, her serve was dialed in last night. 18 digs, also finished with 4 assists. One of the things that stands out from the stat sheet from last night is one of the big voids was going to be what are the Pointers going to do at setter? As if you remember, Aspen Cone graduated last year, and she left here as the number 2 player all time in assist for the Pointers. Well, I believe they found their answer. Madeline Dunn and Katie Dunbar both just played extremely good volleyball. Madeline Dunn with 22 assists, Katie Dunbar with 19. So it looked like it's going to be more of a attack by committee on that this year, and we saw in the substitution pattern last night, Coach Adams knows exactly how she wants this thing to operate, and it looked very systematic and smooth, and it's going to be a good volleyball team. On the offensive side, no surprise. Van Buren all-time kill leader Aubrey McGee led the way. She had 15 last night. Newcomer Emberly Kimes was a huge addition, because when Aubrey would substitute out and Emberly would substitute in, it honestly didn't look like the Pointers lost anything offensively. Emberly Emberly played really, really well last night, and obviously Aubrey McGee did too, and you've come to expect that from her. Carly Freeman, the sophomore, also had 7 kills last night, and Avery McDonald with 7 kills. Avery comes in with that touch and seems to always know where to put the ball. Defensively, it was a group effort, blocking balls. Emma Parks came in and got 4 blocks last night. Emma Parks also served well. The whole team actually only had 1 ace last night. I remember that was late. That was Madeline Dunn when the Pointers had made the adjustment in the 4th set to force that 5th set. Madeline Dunn served well last night. I'll tell you who else served really well, and I asked Coach about this. Katie Dunbar, one of the few players out here who doesn't do a jump serve. But sitting from my seat, it appeared that her serve probably had the most velocity and movement, and Coach Adams seemed to agree with that. Several good servers, but when number 10 gets her hands on the ball, just watch that ball. It's moving with velocity, and it's moving side to side with spin. There was a big-time adjustment made by the coaching staff last night on what will be your near side. Bentonville had a player who's going to be a player to watch in the 6A this year, who just continued to kill the Pointers with near side kills on the sideline, and every now and then she'd throw in a cross court. But you could see in the 3rd set it started to change, and in the 4th set you could see the adjustment specifically that was made, and that was what allowed these Pointers to force that 5th set. So it's good to see the coaches make an adjustment, good to see the players be able to put that into practice mid-game. These two teams met last year about this time. Southside was able to take that one in 3 straight sets. So the Pointers will be looking to get that revenge just like they were last night. Just before this match, junior varsity teams squared up, and the junior varsity Pointers won that one in 3 sets, 2-1. So assistant coach Carrie Ball, who I've just learned has been here now coaching for 14 years. She's been teaching in the school district for 26. Her group got that junior varsity win and looked really good, especially in that 3rd set. They were very dominant. And we do want to take an opportunity to thank the University of Arkansas Fort Smith for being our exclusive Pointer live stream partner this year for volleyball, football, and basketball games. You can visit their website at uafs.edu. Things like this aren't possible without the support of programs like the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, which circumstantially is where new head coach Whitney Adams played her college volleyball. She left quite a mark on the Lady Lions there at the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, left there with the all-time assist record that has since been broken, but when she left, that record was hers, 4-year player for the Lady Lions. So thanks again to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith for your support. We've got about 1 minute until the announcements begin here with the pledge and the moment of silence and the national anthem. So we're going to take a break. We're going to turn the mic on to let you hear the PA announcer go through all of the pregame. And then when he begins to announce the starters, we'll come back. This is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker, honored to be the voice of the Pointer volleyball team this year. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, now to get you ready for the action is going to be PA announcer Kevin McGee. That's the national anthem. I'm going to tell you something. I know you're not here, so you can't hear it, but something very encouraging is to hear the student section singing out on the national anthem. Shout out to the Dog Pound. So Kevin McGee's currently announcing the starters for the Mavericks, including a sophomore, number 1, Leighton Cross. She's an outside hitter. You'll see number 4, a junior, Rachel Settle. She'll be a middle blocker and an outside hitter. Julia Suggs is a senior. She's a setter. She'll wear number 5. There's a junior, number 6, Harper Hogue. She's a defensive specialist and a libero. Another sophomore, Anaya Morris. She wears number 10, middle blocker. She's going to play on the right side. Number 9 will be Addison Thorna. She is just a freshman on the starting lineup at Southside, so she must be a special ball player. She'll be a middle blocker. Number 15 for the Mavericks will be number 12, number 15 is Kinsley Harrison. She is a senior, middle blocker. She'll be on the right side. Emily Butler's a junior. She wears number 16. She's an outside hitter and a middle blocker. Number 17, Hayden McCain. She's just a sophomore. She's a setter, and she'll be on the right side. And the libero for the Mavericks will wear number 24. She is a senior. She'll be Ella Shelby. For the Pointers, Hope Oden is a junior. Incredible athlete, outside hitter. Number 4, I mentioned her in the pregame, Emberly Kimes, another outside hitter, middle blocker. She's just a junior. Carly Freeman, the sophomore, middle blocker. She'll wear number 8. Katie Dunbar, whose serve we previously referenced, is a senior. She's a setter. Number 11 is Emma Parks. She's a middle blocker, opposite hitter. Did everything well last night. The libero is number 12, Jada Perryman. Looking like she's going to be the vocal leader of this team. The notorious Aubrey McGee. I love it. Number 14 leads lots of categories in the all-time record books. Number 17 is senior Ryan Yancey. She's an outside hitter. Madeline Dunn is a senior at 5'4". She's a setter. Served well last night. And A.J. McDonald rounds out the starting lineup. She wears number 24. She is a middle blocker. Had several kills last night. Does everything. Plays basketball really well. And as I've mentioned already, Whitney Adams is the head coach. This is her first year officially. She's 0-1 in her career, but what a dogfight last night against a much larger school. A lot to be excited about after watching those two teams go to war last night. Of course, as I mentioned, assistant coach Carrie Ball, she's been here as a staple in the volleyball program for 14 years now. The assistant coaches don't get enough love, put in lots of hours, and the Van Buren School District is blessed to have her. The Dog Pound is celebrating Camo Night. Hey, it is Battle of the Bone Week. Alma comes to Van Buren Friday night for the annual Battle of the Bone after the incredibly exciting game last year in which the Pointers pulled away in the fourth quarter, put up 20 points in 7 minutes to come back and win that game by 10. Well, Alma comes in with a little eye on revenge, but the Pointer football team, I tell you, they looked good last week up at Farmington. They looked good. The defense looked good. Quarterback situation is good. It just running back's good. But we're back to volleyball. First to serve is Madeline Dunn. Jada Perryman gets the set. Battle at the net. Hope Oden put a charge into that one. Southside handled it. We got our first net violation, and the point's going to go to Southside. Student section gets their first opportunity to respond in kind. Serving for the Mavericks is Leighton Cross. That ball barely got across, but it was handled. Hope Oden went for the kill. It was blocked back to her, but she dug it out. Cross-court shot. Attack from the middle to the back corner, just a little bit out of bounds. Harley Freeman had her eyes on a corner shot, just put a little too much juice on it. So Leighton Cross serves again. She's got a jump serve, right-handed. Lady Pointers just have to get this one across. Have to defend this well. Big time attack, wow. Addison Thornish came with evil intentions, the freshman, and was blocked back in, and the Pointers get their first block for a point, side out. Next to serve will be Ryan Yancey, wearing number 17. Cross-court serve. A good serve that Southside wasn't able to do a whole lot with, but they kept it alive just as Van Buren did. Hope Bowden with an attack, blocked by the Mavericks. Aubrey McGee with her first chance, and of course she comes through, because that's what she does. It's her first kill of the night. Ryan Yancey with a good serve. Cross-court kill for the Mavericks, attempt I should say. Defense takes care of it. Mavericks with another offensive opportunity. Another dig for that, almost a dig. Great effort there by Katie Dunbar. Just couldn't quite get to that one. Now serving for the Mavericks is the libero, number 24, Ella Shelby. No problem with that serve. Back set to Hope Oden. Could be trouble right here for the Pointers. Nope. Good block there by Carly Freeman. Carly Freeman got her hands on another one, but that one came down in no man's land. That was Rachel Settle who will get credit for the kill on that one. So Ella Shelby continues to serve from your near side. She takes a long run at it, but doesn't jump a whole lot. Well, that was a big attack for Emily Butler, but it ended up in the net, and the Lady Pointers get a side out. And Carly Freeman will get her first serve of the night. And it's a good one. Mavericks are not where they want to be, so they just have to get it over. But I'll tell you what, that was good. If I saw right, that was Emily Butler with a cross-court kill from a place that nobody would have expected her to get one. Just a good play. Hayden McCain is a sophomore. She'll serve for the Mavericks. Handled with ease. Emma Parks went up for the kill, and it just tipped off her fingertips. Falls short on the Pointer side. 6-3 Southside, 6-3 Southside. It's a good serve, but the Pointers are not having any problem with it. That's in. Emma Parks gets her first kill of the night. And checking in for the Pointers, number 10, Katie Dunbar. Number 24, A.J. McDonald. Katie Dunbar is the serve we talked about in the pregame. You'll see that she's not going to jump, but this ball's got so much life. And Bentonville had problems with it last night. Oh, bad luck there. Rachel Settle went up for the kill. It was tipped off the fingertips of one of the Pointers. Landed right in the middle of the defense. So side out to the Mavericks. Harper Hogue back to serve. Jada Perryman handled that difficult serve. A little bit of chaos after that. It was all set up by that really good serve, even though Jada handled it. The Lady Pointers were scrambling a little bit. Maybe out of bounds. Out of bounds. First service error of the game. Southside leads 8-5. Emberly Kimes comes in. She's going to wear number 4. And Isabella Peters comes in. She wears number 3. She'll serve from your far side. Not a lot of spin on that jump serve. Emberly Kimes with a big-time shot to the back corner. Can Southside keep it alive? They do. Emberly Kimes floats this attack. Southside keeps that alive. Good volley going. Emberly Kimes going to get another shot. Sends that one all the way to the back line. Back set for the Mavericks. And that's a kill for Kinsley Harrison. The officials are meeting at the steps there to discuss whether there was a fourth hit on one of the Maverick possessions, if you will. Coach Adams called it out as soon as she saw it, and they played out the volley. And we'll see what they do with it. As it stands right now, Southside 9, Van Buren 5. Southside holding serve. Student section back tonight. They were full of energy last night. Looked like there was a few more of them here last night, but the ones that are here tonight are very vocal. So the officials' meeting is over. One official will head over and talk to Coach Natalie Throneberry and give an explanation of whatever it was they came to. We'll try to give it to you. Okay, so they did determine there was a fourth hit. The play is reversed. Van Buren gets the point. Southside loses the point. So instead of 9-5, it's 8-6. And Isabella Peters back to serve. Serving from your near side this time. Usually she's on the other side. That ball had some good spin to it. That's out. That was Leighton Cross, who skied with that cross-court attempt and just a little outside the back line. So Isabella Peters continues to serve, now just trailing by 1. Another good serve. Oh my goodness, that one just dropped. That was Kinsley Harrison. She is a senior, and she saw the gap in the defense and put the ball right where it was. So side out for the Mavericks. Rachel Settle back to serve. Jada Perryman takes care of that. Back to Emberly. Mavericks keep it alive. Be another scoring opportunity here in the middle. That's for Emma Parks. Back set for the Mavericks for cross-court kill. Kinsley Harrison attacking from that right side, attacking the middle of the defense, and doing so effectively. 10-7 Mavericks. Big jump serve for Rachel Settle, but it is handled. That cross-court shot was handled by the Pointers. And back and forth we go. That was a good shot by the Mavericks right there. Just scorched off of Isabella Peters' hand toward the dog pound. 11-7. Big jump serve, had some height on that one. Emma Parks went for the kill and got it blocked back out of bounds, fortunately. It was a good block, but fortunately that ball had enough juice that it was blocked so far back that it went out. So Carly Freeman comes back in. Jada Perryman comes back in. And Jada will serve. Mentioned in the pregame how good her serve was last night, how dependable it was. A lot of velocity, not a lot of spin. You can see in the person who takes the serve, you can see it in their face, they don't like that. That one never gets back over the net, so Van Buren back to within 2. Jada, of course, the daughter of Coach Perryman, coaches volleyball down at Butterfield. Jada Perryman got eaten up by that one. I didn't see which Southside player that was. I do see that number 5, Julia Suggs, is coming in. She's a senior. She will come in to serve. Little jump serve, plenty of height on it. Middle attack for the Pointers, and Carly Freeman gets her first kill of the night. Checking in for the Pointers, Madeline Dunn. And she'll serve. Madeline was the leading assist player last night with 22. Good serve cross court. Good set for Southside, but defended by Carly Freeman. Oh man, that was a good shot. Addison Thornish did not have much room, but she found it, and she found the gap in the defense, put the ball right there. Southside 13, Van Buren 10. Leighton Cross back to serve again. She's got a little jump serve. Here comes Hope Oden. And she's going to get a kill. Good set to Hope Oden and good finish. Aubrey McGee checks back in, as does Ryan Yancey. Ryan will score. Aubrey, of course, will be on the net. Lady Pointers handle the first offensive attack and respond with their own. Hope Oden gets blocked, but the Pointers keep it alive. Here comes Southside attacking with the cross-court kill attempt. Jada Perryman just has to get it back over. That was Emily Butler. Cross-court shot. That was good court vision by Emily. Jada laid out for it, but she couldn't quite get there. 14-10 Southside. Excuse me, 14-11. McGee takes care of that serve. Will she get it right back? She will, and she attacks, and Southside keeps it alive. In a bad spot here, just got to get it over. Hope Oden with a dump shot. Oh, my goodness. Hope Oden with a beautiful touch shot. Side out for the Pointers. And Carly Freeman back to serve. Jada Perryman gets a breather. Freeman's got a good serve, too. The Pointers are in trouble here. A little trickeration by the Mavericks on that one. Worked just as they would have drawn it up. Checking in for Southside, number 17, Hayden McCain. She is a sophomore. She'll serve. Gives it a few bounces. Big run, big jump. And trouble for the Pointers. That was a good serve. Just short enough that it was tough for the back line. And that ball ended up just going to the net. So we've got a timeout. Southside leads this one 16-12. This is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker. We'll be right back. Hey, this is Pointer Media. We're back. Van Buren Pointer Volleyball. Non-conference matchup tonight against the 6A West Southside Mavericks. Also going on tonight, the Van Buren High School tennis team is having their first conference games just across the parking lot, and it is packed. They're playing with Farmington and Shiloh. Maverick serve is over. Hope Oden with a beautiful dump shot. Ball sat on the net and made a decision that it wanted to fall on Southside side, and the point goes to the Pointers. A.J. McDonald checks in, as does Katie Dunbar. There's that. Oh, that was just a little too far. First service error of the night for the Pointers. Harper Hogue back to serve for the Mavericks. She wears number 6. Pointers have no problem with the serve. They've got an offensive attack that gets blocked, but it stays live. We've got to fight at the net now. Pointers keep it alive again. Another little drop shot. That one's by Emma Parks. He's dropped it right in the middle of that defense. Back in for the Pointers, number 4, Emberly Kimes, and number 3, Isabella Peters, and Peters back to serve. Mavericks on the attack. No problem for the Pointers. Kimes soars, and was it in? It was in. Emberly Kimes gets the kill with the cross-court shot. So Van Buren 15, Southside 17 in the first set of this non-conference matchup. Good serve. A lot of heat on that one. Oh, goodness. Rachel Settle just dropped that over to an unsuspecting defense, and that one dropped in the middle of everybody. She gets the kill, and she gets the serve. Here comes Emberly Kimes on the attack. Out of bounds. Van Buren gets the side out. Emma Parks gets a breather. Carly Freeman comes back in to be the middle blocker. And Jada Perriman will serve. Good serve all the way to the back line. Mavericks set up their offense. Jada Perriman with a great dig. Kimes sent that attack to the back line, but the Mavericks kept it alive. Jada with another great dig. Here comes Emberly Kimes on the offensive again. Good dig by Southside. Block at the net, but it goes out of bounds. The Mavericks end up with a point on a great volley back and forth. Julia Suggs is a senior again. She'll be back to serve again for the Mavericks. No problem taking care of that serve. Middle attack. Carly Freeman tried to drop it over. The Mavericks were ready for it. A.J. McDonald just got to push it over. Back set. Oh, my goodness. Well done, Jada. She ate that one off the face and still got it across. Emberly Kimes ended up getting the kill, but shout out to Jada Perriman for taking that one off the arms and the face. Madeline Dunn to serve. Here comes the Mavericks. That's a point for the Pointers. 19-18. So we said that number 9 is Addison Thornish. She is a freshman, and she's very tall and very skilled. So good luck, 6A West. You get to take care of that for the next 4 years. Woo! That ball had some juice. What a dig. The Pointers are going to keep that alive. That ball was cooking. A drop shot taken care of, no problem. Here comes Emberly Kimes. Off some Maverick fingertips. They keep it alive. Middle attack for Carly Freeman. Just a little too much on that one. Oh, okay. They say it was tipped. Tipped out of bounds. So we're all tied up here at 19. Southside wants a timeout. First set. The Pointers 19, the Mavericks 19. This is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker. We're going to take the timeout with them. All right, we're back. Again, this is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker, honored to be the voice of the Pointer volleyball team this year. Madeline Dunn to serve for the Lady Pointers to have their first opportunity to lead in this match. Cross-court set, blocked. Hope Odin and Carly Freeman got in there and blocked the shot of Addison Thornish. And the Lady Pointers have their first lead, 20-19. Good serve. Good block again. Did it land in bounds? It did. 2 straight possessions with blocks by Hope Oden. And Van Buren goes from not having a lead in the entire set to having their biggest lead quickly. Katie Dunbar continues to serve. Nope, I lied. That's not Dunbar. That's Madeline Dunn. That is going to be an ace. Some of the Southside faithful don't love it. But the call is in. Van Buren's up 22-19. What a run they've made in this first set. We mentioned that tennis was playing. So far, the results are as follows. The girls' tennis team beat Farmington 4-0, and the boys tied Farmington 2-2. Madeline Dawn, who is serving right now, had the most serve attempts last night. She had the only ace of the night. Very high serving percentage. Only 1 service error and 19 attempts. And she's looking sharp tonight. Another good serve. Southside's just going to have to just work this one across without much of a great offensive setup. Back set to Hope Oden. Hit that sideline, and it was handled. Push shot there by the Mavericks. Lady Pointers were ready for it. Here comes Hope Oden again. She tried to put it in the side, and it was just out. So Southside gets the serve back, trailing by 2, and it'll be Leighton Cross. She put that in a tough spot. We were lucky to handle that serve. Big time block. Oh my goodness, and Southside's able to get it back. Carly Freeman was in on yet another block. Hope Oden went for the attack, and it was blocked back to her. Battle at the net. Oh, great job there by Dunbar. Kimberly Kimes put that one a little too far back. Van Buren now with a 1-point lead. Leighton Cross puts it in the middle of the defense again. Hope Oden gets a chance, but it's well defended. Harley Freeman, that one tipped off her fingers, kind of crooked on her. So we're all knotted up at 22 now. And Coach Adams wants a timeout. Great first set. We mentioned last night that the Pointer volleyball team of 2024 made a good run, finished 3rd in conference, won a first-round matchup against Marion before succumbing in the 2nd round. The Mavericks also made the playoffs in the 6A. They advanced to the semifinals where they lost to Bentonville. Still blown away by that 15-1 conference record for Southside last year. Only loss came against crosstown rival Northside. They were able to avenge that loss in the playoffs. I'm sure they'd take that trade all day. So tied up at 22. Here comes Leighton Cross. She stands perpendicular, then turns and does a little step and gets that one up in the air. Kimberly Kimes tries to float that into the middle of the defense. Another block. That one was pushed out of bounds, and the Pointers have side out. Aubrey McGee is back in. Ryan Yancey's back in. She'll be back to serve, hoping to get 2 straight points and a first set victory. But we're going to have our first service error for her tonight. So we'll be tied up at 23. And libero Ella Shelby will be back to serve. She'll serve from the near side to you. A few bounces, little jump. No problem. Backside attack for Carly Freeman. Mavericks were a little discombobulated, so they just had to get it over. Oh, that's a good drop shot. The whole team comes to celebrate with Julia Suggs. She was able to put that right from the middle of the offense over to a spot where nobody could get to. And Southside has set point. 24-23. No problem with the serve. Here comes Aubrey McGee, and she gets another kill. You just can't set her up too many times. Good things happen. So we're knotted up at 24, and Carly Freeman will serve. Middle attack from Southside, taken care of by the Pointers. Aubrey McGee almost got that to no man's land, but the Mavericks got there. Big time shot there. Emily Butler skied for that one and put it all the way to the back line where nobody could get to it. So Southside up 25-24 with another set point. This time Hayden McCain, the sophomore, gets the honors. Good serve, but Jada Perryman's there to take care of it. Hope Oden with an offensive opportunity. Here comes the attack from Southside, and that's set number one, 26-24. Good battle. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we do want to thank the University of Arkansas Fort Smith for being the exclusive Pointer live stream partner this year for football, basketball, and volleyball. You can go to their website at uafs.edu. Thank you for your support of Van Buren Athletics. Mentioned the tough loss last night, the Pointers down 2-0. And battled back and forced a fifth set. Thank you. Congratulations to Northridge Middle School. Won both of their first two football games last night. They went to Russellville, and 7th grade got the win 8-6. 8th grade got a big win. I'll have to look at my notes. 27-14. Coach Deffenbaugh up there doing great things with those young men. He's a great coach and a great man. Van Buren is blessed to have him. After tonight, your next opportunity to watch the Pointers in action will be on September 4th, right here at Claire Bates Arena as they host the Paris Eagles in the continuing non-conference schedule. Little Billy Squire to bring you back for the beginning of set number 2. First one was back and forth battle with Southside coming up on top 26-24. They'll begin with Julia Suggs serving. For the Pointers, Hope Oden, Aubrey McGee, Jada Perryman, Kimberly Kimes, Madeline Dunn, and Carly Freeman. And with the whistle, here comes the serve. Middle attack for Kimberly Kimes. Southside barely survived it. Oh, great backwards flip. Madeline Dunn won't get credit for a kill there, I don't think, if that score dropped, but she should. That was, she put some little voodoo on that ball, and it went backwards and got Southside out of their rhythm. Big time serve now for Miss Dunn. Big kill there for Addison Thurnish. You ever not be able to read your own handwriting? That's me right now. Leighton Cross put that serve over, and the Lady Pointers went on the offensive but weren't able to come up with the point. Southside 2, Van Buren 1. That's a good serve. Jada Perryman was lucky to get to it, and then she couldn't get out of the way for her teammates to handle that second shot. 3-1. Very unique pre-serve approach for Cross. Here comes Carly Freeman. That one's blocked right back to her and off of her, and 4-1 Southside. Oh my goodness, that serve dropped. Perryman wasn't expecting it to drop like it did, but she handled it still. We play on. Good dig. Here comes Kimberly Kimes. That's going to be a kill for Kimberly Kimes. That's all set up by the great dig there by Jada Perryman. Checking in for the Pointers, Isabella Peters. She will serve. Hear the dog pound in the background imploring these serves, and that is out. Point goes to the Pointers. Of course, it's theme week because it's Battle of the Bone. Today's theme is Camo Night. Middle attack for Southside, and that was in. A kill to the sideline, 5-3 Southside. Aubrey McGee! My goodness, she torched that one. I have a box on my chart where I attempt to try to keep up with some of the stats as we go, and I don't think I made enough room for kills for Aubrey McGee. I'll have to be more creative with my Excel spreadsheeting. Good serve by Carly Freeman. Is Southside going to be able to keep it alive? They are not. Carly Freeman gets her first ace of the night. We are all tied up at 5 in the second set. How about 2 aces in a row for Carly Freeman? It makes volleyball a lot easier when you don't have to do anything after the serve. Oh, that's another good serve. This time Southside's going to be able to handle it, but it wasn't easy. Emma Parks went on the offensive and just pushed that a little too far. Jada Perryman comes in. Carly Freeman gets a well-deserved breather. Hayden McCain back to serve. Hope Oden had an offensive chance, and she's going to get a kill. But just enough air under that one. It was tipped by a Maverick player and all the way to the back line. A.J. McDonald checks back in, and here comes Katie Dunbar and her difficult-to-handle serve. I don't know how she generates so much velocity with so little movement. Hey, we got lucky right there, and we'll take it. If I saw right, Jada Perryman dug that, and it just clipped the net and dropped on Southside half of the court. 8 to 6 pointers. Well, did we touch it? No, did not. Van Buren gets the point. Katie Dunbar gets to serve again. Never a bad time for her to be serving. Another difficult serve that came off those hands spinning backwards. Van Buren with a chance here. Back set to A.J. McDonald. Cross-court shot for Southside. Middle attack there, and it worked. Pointer's got a hand on it, but it tipped toward the sideline and fell on the Pointer side of the court. 9 to 7, Van Buren. Harper Hogue serving. Out. Nope, just in. So she'll get an ace. 9-8. She looked for the signal, gets it from the coach. Whistle blows, here it comes. Aubrey McGee with a kill shot, and it is in. Aubrey McGee gets another kill. This time from the near side to you, far side from me, and Aubrey McGee will get her first serve of the night. Good one, but the Mavericks take care of it. What do we have? Point goes to Van Buren as one of the Maverick players either got into or across the net. So McGee's going to roll again. Big block there by A.J. McDonald, but unfortunately it skipped off of her hands and out of bounds on the Maverick side. Side out, Southside. And Rachel Settle with the serve. A.J. McDonald has to handle it very short. Emma Parks had an offensive opportunity. It was blocked back. A.J. McDonald now drops one in, but Southside gets a great dig. Big time block by Emma Parks. Another one of those unlucky breaks. Emma Parks got her hand on that kill attempt for the Mavericks, and it skipped right off her hands. And down, point Southside. 11 to 10 in the second set. They're up 1. Out of bounds, service error. Out comes Emma Park. In comes Carly Freeman. Back to serve, Jada Perryman. The libero who Coach praised last night for her vocal leadership, vocal encouraging. Oh, a little miscommunication there for the Pointers, and Carly went up, and then she landed too soon, and Emberly couldn't quite stay up long enough to get a shot on that one. Southside gets the serve back, trailing by 1. Kimberly Kimes tried to handle that serve, and it skipped sideways off of her, and the Pointers won't be able to get this one over. So we're back tied at 12 in the second set. McGee takes care of that serve. Here comes Carly Freeman with an offensive opportunity. That was a good dig. The ball was well struck. Oh, wow. So was that one. Leighton Cross, the sophomore, had a little cross-court attack. Not much you could do with that. Kimberly Kimes takes care of the serve. Carly's just got to get it over, and she finds the corner. What a beautifully placed shot by Carly Freeman. Back in for the Pointers, Hope Oden and Madeline Dunn. Madeline Dunn will be back to serve. Tied at 13. Libero for Southside takes care of the serve, no problem. Middle attack, and it was blocked back down, and 4 hits later, the Pointers get the point off a great defensive block. Guess who? Carly Freeman. Out. That ball was close, but scored in. Leighton Cross will get the kill. Great match so far. 26-24 in the first set, 14-14 in the second set. These two teams very evenly matched and putting in the work. Kimberly Kimes with an offensive opportunity that Southside handles. McGee playing on that back line now. She got a dig. They got the ball set up for Hope Oden, and just a little missed contact there. Back to serve is Leighton Cross again. That one eats Kimberly Kimes up. I believe the last time Kimberly had trouble with the serve, I want to say that Leighton was serving that time too. Jada Perryman takes care of this one. Back set to Kimberly Kimes, and she went cross court, but just went a little too far. 17-14 Mavericks, and Coach Adams wants a timeout to talk it over. So this is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker. The Pointers are down 17-14 in the second set. We'll be back. All right, so we're going to come out of the timeout. The Mavericks have a 3-point lead in this second set. Aubrey McGee, Madeline Dunn, Jada Perryman, Kimberly Kimes, Carly Freeman, and Hope Oden are in. And Leighton Cross continues to serve. Kimberly Kimes put a floater across that almost got the point, but the Mavericks were able to recover. Hope Oden tries that same little floater. Back and forth volley. It's a big time cross court kill. Addison Tharnish. I'd be interested to find out how tall she is. And she's not just tall, she's skilled. Here comes Carly Freeman with a kill. Great shot. Isabella Peters will check in to serve. That's a good block at the net by Carly Freeman. Jada Perryman's going to set up the offense on this side. Here comes Aubrey McGee. It's not the exact set we were looking for. Middle attack for Southside, and I believe, no, I thought it was out of bounds. It was inbounds. So the run continues for Southside, up 19-15 in this second set. Libero Ella Shelby serves. That ball had some side spin on it. Aubrey McGee didn't get the kill, but she put him in a bad spot. Another chance for her, maybe. Nope, back set to Hope Oden, who puts a drop shot over two hands. That's a side out as the Southside offense pushes the ball out of bounds. Carly Freeman back to serve. She had 2 consecutive aces last time she was up. Not this time. A little far. So Jada Perryman got one play out, and she's right back in. Hayden McCain will serve for the Mavericks. Trouble here. Oh, wow, it looked like it was going to be trouble for Van Buren. Ended up being trouble for Southside. Here comes Aubrey McGee. Oh, good block. She was set up beautifully, but Kinsley Harrison was up there, and she had other intentions for that ball. 21-16 Southside. Hayden McCain with the serve. Tough handle there. A little out of sort from the beginning of that play. 22-16 Southside. Good dig by Jada Perryman on that serve. Hope Oden puts that to the back line. Southside's able to recover. It's a block. Jada Perryman had to rush up and get that one over. Isabella Peters had to keep that alive. Now the Pointers tried to get it over, but just couldn't. Hayden McCain serving with a 6-point lead in the second set. Here comes Aubrey McGee. Out of bounds. So set point for the Mavericks. Pointers will look to get a side out here and go on a little run. Perryman with the set to McGee, who just drops that one in, and that's exactly what happens. Katie Dunbar back in to serve. A.J. McDonald back in as the middle blocker. Another good serve for Dunbar. Near side attack is too far. That one might have been going out of bounds, but the Mavericks played it. Another out of bounds attack unless we tipped it. 24-19. This is the run, one play at a time. Get this thing back to 24. Katie Dunbar with another great serve. Mavericks handle it, but not the way they want to. Here comes A.J. McDonald with an offensive opportunity, and that ball is deep. And the second set comes to a completion. Southside 25, Van Buren 19. Last night we faced these exact same, this same setting, down 2 sets to none, and the Pointers rallied back, won sets 3 and 4. And that's what they'll look to do tonight. But you can't do that till you win set 3. Well, this is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker. We're going to take this 3-minute break with the teams. We'll be back. All right, we're back. Hey, we are looking very much forward to Friday night. Of course, it's the Battle of the Bone here in Van Buren this year. I'm very excited. I get to broadcast my first football game with my longtime friend Tim Malone. We are really excited to bring the football action to you this year. Tim brings a literally decades of high school football officiating, semi-professional football career in California. Longtime Van Buren resident. I think you'll be really blessed to hear what he has to offer as we get ready to play football on Friday night. But right now, we've got volleyball to play. Hopefully, we have 3 more sets of volleyball to play as the Pointers set out to cut the deficit in half. Madeline Dunn first to serve. Here comes an offensive attack from Emberly Kimes that was blocked by Southside. This one's by Carly Freeman. McGee's back here showing you she can do much more than just attack the net. She's playing really well on the back line right now. Emberly Kimes on the attack. Back and forth we go. Both teams playing really well in this volley. Another block for Carly Freeman. Now she gets an offensive attack. And she'll get the kill. So she plays good defense and then gets it rewarded to her on offense. Madeline Dunn continues to serve. That one came off the Maverick player sideways, but they were able to handle it. Emberly Kimes pushes it over. Carly Freeman with a push to the left side. Another block. Guess who? Here comes Emberly Kimes. Oh, that's a good attack. That was a good attack. Leighton Cross saw an opportunity, tried to go across court, but it bounced off of Hope Oden's hands out of bounds. And we are tied up at 1. Side out for Southside. Leighton Cross to begin the service action. Jada Perryman takes care of that. Carly Freeman went full send, and that one just bounced back a little bit low. That ball barely cleared the net. I don't know how Jada Perryman even got to it. Oh, Emberly Kimes got lucky. We'll take it. Southside got lucky getting the serve over, and then we got lucky getting the kill over, and we get the point. So we'll take it. Isabella Peters will serve. And that one was let go at the last second by the Maverick defender. Good decision by her. Side out to the Mavericks, and Ella Shelby to serve. No left-handed servers tonight. Bentonville had one last night. Carly Freeman got way up on that one. Just hit it a little too far. But she was absolutely soaring. 4-2 Southside. Oh, I don't know about that. Looked like she might have cupped that, but that's okay. We play on. Jada Perryman had to dive for that cross-court kill. She got a hand on it, but it skipped out of bounds. 5-2 Southside. Perryman has no problem with that serve. Here comes Aubrey McGee. And she gets a chance to get a kill, and guess what she does? She gets a kill. Because that's what Aubrey McGee does. She's so good. Emma Parks checks in. She'll be on the front line. And back to serve is Carly Freeman. Going to be a service error there, a little short. Jada Perryman checks back in. And back to serve for the Mavericks is Julia Suggs. Nope, I am not correct. That's Hayden McCain. Aubrey McGee with an offensive opportunity. Good dig by Southside. Oh my goodness, what a great dig by Madeline Dunn right there. That ball was coming scorched earth. Aubrey McGee gets the kill right there, but I tell you, Madeline Dunn deserves a lot of credit for that. That ball that came right at her was moving, and she kept it alive and set up the eventual kill by Aubrey McGee. Katie Dunbar back to serve again. Good dig by Dunbar. A.J. McDonald pushes it over to the corner. Little middle set, and what a beautiful drop shot. Rachel Settle saw two blockers in front of her, one defender to her left, and nobody to her right, and so that's exactly where she put the ball. 7-4 Mavericks. Harper Hogue. Here comes A.J. McDonald. She drops a floater over. Attack from the taped line for McGee is handled by Southside. That's a good kill. That was Leighton Cross. That young lady is having a heck of a ball game. Nope, that was not Leighton Cross. I gave credit to the wrong player. I believe that was Hayden McCain who got that. So Coach Adams wants a timeout. To talk it over with her girls as the Southside Mavericks lead this one 8-4, leading 2-0 in this non-conference matchup early in the year. So Maverick Volleyball, long time program of great tradition, and last 6 years under Coach Throneberry, that hasn't been any different. As we talked about last night, Coach Adams for Van Buren actually played her high school volleyball at Southside. Aubrey McGee takes care of the serve, and she's going to get it back to her for a chance to push that ball over. Back set. Cross-court kill attempt for number 15. That's a block in the middle of the net by Emma Parks. Aubrey McGee back to serve. 3-point deficit. She puts a charge into that one. Back set. Here comes Emberly Kimes. She just has to push it over two sets of outstretched hands. Here comes Kimes again. Only one blocker this time, and she'll get the kill. Southside back to defend her off on that one, and Emberly saw her opportunity and took it. Aubrey McGee with a cross-court serve, and she'll get an ace. Why not? Van Buren serving 7, serving 8. She goes to that far corner with nearly every serve. There was a block at the net that tipped over to Kimes, and she tried to get a hand up fast enough, touched the ball, but it moved out of bounds after that. 9-7 and side out for Southside. Rachel Settle back to serve. Aubrey McGee had to handle a tough serve. That was Emma Parks. She'll get a kill. The ball was close, but it stayed in. Jada Perryman now back to serve. We need a good run of 5 or 6 or 7 from her. Drop shot by Leighton Cross is taken care of. A.J. McDonald with a little finesse shot, and she'll get a kill. A.J. McDonald will get a kill. I've got that as her first of the night. We're tied at 9. Jada Perryman serves from your far side, my near. That ball just a little low. First service error of the night for Ms. Perryman. Julia, excuse me, I'm putting extra consonants in there. Julia Suggs back to serve. A.J. McDonald with an opportunity. Oh, big time block. I don't know if that was Carly Freeman or A.J. McDonald or both of them, but Lady Pointers get the side out thanks to some really good defense. Carly Freeman's ability to find nearly every ball at the net is going to be of great benefit to this team. Here comes the offensive attack, and another block. This one's kept alive. Touch shot that time. What do we have? We've got a Southside player who crossed the net. Oh, no. I thought I saw a Southside player across the net, but apparently there was a Van Buren player across the net. The Leighton cross back to serve. That's a really good serve. Kimberly Kimes moved a little to her right, and that ball just kept moving. 12-10 Southside. A service error for the Mavericks. Side out for the Pointers. Back in for the Pointers. Isabella Peters. That's a really good serve. Taken care of by Southside. Big time cross-court kill attempt. Jada Perryman did a great job getting to that. And it results in another kill for Aubrey McGee. I don't know how Jada got to that one. To keep that alive, I just know that she did. And then Aubrey McGee paid it off. Tied up at 12. Peters with that jump serve to the back line. Too much juice on that one. The Mavericks get the serve back with a 1-point lead in the third set. Here comes Aubrey McGee. Good block by Southside. They were ready for that one. Serve might have been a touch, or the set might have just been a touch low, but good defense by Southside. So libero Ella Shelby will serve again. That was a good serve that dropped quick. Oh, good. Carly Freeman gets a kill. That ball didn't look like it was going anywhere, and we got a good bounce on that. We'll take it. So Carly Freeman gets the kill, and now she'll hopefully go serve and maybe get another ace or two. I tell you what, Rachel Settle can fly. That was a kill for Rachel Settle, and that young lady was way up there. 15-13 Southside. Hayden McCain's back to serve. Emily Butler on the front line for Southside, along with Kinsley Harrison. Isabella Peters took care of the serve, and Emma Parks paid it off. She'll get a kill. Katie Dunbar back to serve. A.J. McDonald up on the net with Aubrey McGee and Emma Parks. Ball had some upward spin on it. Southside had a little trouble with it. There we go. A.J. McDonald with a shot to the back corner, and they are going to call a double hit on A.J. 16-14 Southside. Harper Hogue serving. She's got a little skip and then a little hop, and it works. The Pointers are in business here with an offensive opportunity. Good dig on Southside side. Blocked by two Van Buren Pointers. Kept alive. A.J. McDonald goes on the attack and it's blocked right back to her. Here comes Aubrey McGee. Another block by Southside. Lots of action at the net. Dunbar. Woo! My goodness. Leighton cross. Put some juju on that ball. It was going down and sideways and all kinds of funny things. Southside has a 3-point lead here in the third set, leading 2-0, and Coach Adams wants a timeout. This is Pointer Media. I'm Jay Baker. We're going to take that with him. All right, we'll see what Coach Adams has drawn up over here on the sideline to right the ship. Harper Hogue still with the serve for Southside. Jada Perryman takes care of it. Dunbar to A.J. McDonald, and that was too far, too deep. 18-14 Southside. The junior Hogue, the skipping serve to the middle of the Van Buren court. Leighton Cross on the attack, and that ball skipped off the hands of a Pointer defender. Out of bounds. Hogue likes to push her serves a little to the left. That one was clunky from the beginning, and Emma Parks didn't really have a good opportunity to do much with that. Two Southside defenders there to block it. 20-14. Got a service error right when we needed it. And so Aubrey McGee will drop back to serve. Emberly Kimes checks in on the front line along with A.J. McDonald and Emma Parks. Katie Dunbar and Jada Perryman round out the Pointer backside, or the back line. That's a really good dig by Aubrey. That one was coming fast. That left a mark. Great dive, great effort by Aubrey McGee. Great dig by Jada Perryman. Here comes Emberly Kimes. Boy, Southside is seeing blood in the water. They were going for it. Good defense by the Pointers. Kinsley Harrison tried to push one over that just kind of danced off her fingertips. Aubrey McGee will get another serve. And it's a good one. Once in. Leighton Cross is having a heck of a ball game. Heck of a ball game for Leighton Cross. 21-16 Southside. Rachel Settle back to serve. She's a junior. She too has had a great ball game. She's the one we commented a while ago that really has a big vertical jump. Katie Dunbar did a little spin move on that ball. Almost caught Southside sleeping, but Pointer's in a bad way here. Ball ends up skipping off the net. 22-16 Southside. Need a side out and a hot service run. A.J. McDonald took care of that serve from the front line. Okay, that's what we needed. Leighton Cross hit that one into the net. Carly Freeman checks back in on the front line. Jada Perryman goes back to serve. 22-17 Southside here in the third set. They're up 2-0, 2-0. Good serve that had some backspin. That's another block. Amberly Kimes, Carly Freeman, both up there on that one. Back set to A.J. McDonald, who does a good job keeping that one alive. Here comes Southside with the middle attack. That's going to sail out of bounds. And just like that, Van Buren's back within two, 22-20. Or was I premature on that? 22-19, forgive me. Jada Perryman puts it right in the middle of that Maverick defense, and that one's going to skip out of bounds into the stands, 22-20 now. Timeout Southside after the Perryman ace. It's good to see Perryman get an ace there. She had, as I mentioned earlier, she had two last night against Bentonville that were, they look like sure things, but Bentonville did a good job handling them and got them back over. Freshman Academy football playing on the road tonight. They're at Dardanelle. The Sand Lizards, I believe, is their mascot. What a unique mascot. Hopefully they're getting the bad side of the pointers tonight. So we are in the third set. Van Buren trails at 2-0. Trails this one by 2 points, and Jada Perryman is serving. She gets the signal from her coach. Throws that ball way up. She got lucky there that the Maverick player decided to field that one. That would have been out of bounds. Here comes A.J. McDonald. Just has to push it into the middle of the defense. Touch shot for the Mavericks, taken care of over here. Emberly Kimes flies. Jada Perryman digs that block. Battle at the net. What do we have? We've got point for Southside. I believe they're going to say Emberly Kimes was over there. Well, 23-20 Southside now. And they've got their first server up, Julia Suggs. Got to get the ball back. Aubrey McGee, no problem with that one. Here comes Carly Freeman. Block at the net. Can they keep it alive? No. 24-20. And just like that, Southside has match point. The Dog Pound is alive and well, making lots of noise. Rooting on these pointers. We're off to a good start on this volley. Carly Freeman tries to push that to the back corner, but the Mavericks are ready for it. Going to be okay. Penalty's going to give that one to Southside, and that's the set. That's the match. 3 straight sets for Southside, 26-24, 25-19, and 25-20. Next time you get to see these Lady Pointers in action is September 4th right here at beautiful Claire Bates Arena against the Paris Eagles. Again, we got Freshman Academy football going on tonight. Friday night's the Battle of the Bone. We need to pack out Citizens Bank Stadium. On behalf of Pointer Media and Josh Smith and the whole team, I'm Jay Baker. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for continuing to support Van Buren Pointer athletic programs and activities programs. Have a great night, and we'll see you Friday night at Citizens Bank Stadium.